This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Right now at 6 on Good Morning Indiana.
I want my babies to always be remembered. Never, ever forget my girls.
It's been 3 years since a house fire killed 4 sisters in Flora. Only RTV6 is talking to the girl's mother about her heartbreak and her hope for justice.
New moms in Indiana are at risk because of the lack of basic care in the Hoosier state. Call 6 Investigates is looking at what's being done to save the lives of the unborn.
A local animal shelter is issuing a desperate plea. How you can help save a life and bring a new family member home for the holidays.
They help you go when you're on the go. This morning in Hiring Hoosiers, the dirty job that could have you sucking up big bucks.
We're just 1 week away from Thanksgiving and the shopping madness that follows. But is Black Friday really the best time to shop? We have the answers so you don't waste your money.
And we are 1 week away from Thanksgiving. It is Thursday, November 21st. Thanks for joining us on Good Morning Indiana.
And I am thankful to work with you, ladies, and Todd. And I'm also thankful that I woke up this morning on time because it got questionable.
Yes, and it's a good thing that there is no precipitation out there, because I'm guessing maybe you went over the speed limit a smidge just to get here on time. Todd, we are going to see some rainfall, however, later today.
Yeah, you know, we are going to be dealing with these periods of rain off and on throughout the day today. And Raphael, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. You see that alarm clock, you're like, oh boy, let's get going.
Let's go.
All right, here's the rain showers that are moving in currently. They're very light right now. Greenwood down towards the Columbus area, Nashville, Martinsville up into the Greencastle and Rockville area. And that's just about it for your morning commute right now. So if you walk out the door within the next hour or so, it's just going to be a hit or miss light shower. If you wait till mid-morning and beyond, that's when we're going to start to get into some of this heavier rain shower activity that's off to our west. That'll be moving through at times. So you need to have the rain gear handy. The umbrella might not be your best option, though. Initially it will be, but as we go throughout the day, that wind is really going to start to kick up. So you might begin those umbrellas turned inside out if you have that, or one of the ones that doesn't have the vents in it at least. Temperatures are in the 40s here this morning. As we work our way throughout the morning, rain builds and that wind picks up. Temperatures, though, do climb up to about 50 degrees by the time we get to the noon hour. We'll talk about the rest of the day and look ahead to your weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Take a look here on the north side. This is traffic at I-465 and Keystone Avenue. You can see lots of headlights out that way. Traffic building here on the north side. And we may have just a few slowdowns. Let's take a look at our map tracking those speeds for you this morning. As you are traveling here, heading eastbound on I-465 past Keystone towards Allisonville Road, it may just slow down a bit, but you can see there it's not due to any crashes or anything, just heavier traffic. Of course, we'll keep you updated.
I want my babies to always be remembered. Never, ever forget my girls, because they were happy. They loved people. People loved them, and they were just four girls that didn't deserve that. We didn't deserve it at all.
This morning, an RTV6 exclusive. The mother of 4 little girls killed in a house fire 3 years ago today is opening up to RTV6.
Galen Rose is working multiple jobs to keep busy every single day. And she tells me that every day she relives that tragedy in Flora. It's a conversation you'll only see on RTV6.
The home sits empty. The silence echoes the many unknowns, especially who is responsible for the deaths of Kiana, Kiara, Cariel, and Kiani. The November 2016 fire in Flora remains under investigation. The girl's mother, Galen Rose, now living in California, reached out and agreed to a FaceTime interview during her lunch break.
I cried that I miss them. I cried that I'm not the same no more. It's not the same without them.
The Saturday before the fire, the girls, who were members of the Lafayette Diamonds cheerleading squad,
5, 6, 7, 8,
had been at a competition in South Bend, a weekend of joy, devastated by smoke and flames.
I just want everyone to remember the good that we had, the laughs, the smiles, everything that they were appreciative of, I want everyone to remember that they love their mama and their mama loved them.
November 21st will never be the same for Gaylin. Neither are birthdays or holidays or the days waiting for a break in the criminal case. If possible, the only antidote for her agony will be the day an arrest is announced.
Come clean. I tell you to come clean. You tell us. Even if you don't want to just say your name, just say something, anything. I'll just say anything. I don't have no understanding to why the house would burn down. Give me an understanding. I just want you to be real for my kids. Just come to peace for the girls. Like, if it ain't for me or whoever, there were 4 lives that has been taken from me. And I wouldn't wish it on nobody ever in life.
A mother's plea this morning. Gaylin wants everyone to know that she did not flee or run to California. Meredith, she tells me she just could not stay in Florida and drive by that home. As you saw, it's still boarded up every single day, something that she could not do.
3 years later, so few answers. Where does this investigation stand now, Raphael?
So for that, I went to the State Police Superintendent, Doug Carter, and I asked him, what about that? He tells me it remains a top priority.
Full court press. A full court press still. Everything that we get, pieces and parts of information that we receive, will continue to run down, and we'll do that until we're done. I think we owe it to the family, those 4 little girls for sure. We owe it to the community, but at the end of the day, we owe it to them.
So the investigation continues, and there is a reward right now for any information leading to an arrest. The number that you can call with a tip is 1-800-382-4628.
And you just received a push alert about this story from the RTV6 app. Open the alert to read more on the update from state police and to share the tip line with your neighbors.
Time right now, 6:07, and we are following breaking news from Lawrence this morning. That's where police are looking for this woman, 75-year-old Karen Glass. Police say that she has dementia and was last spotted walking on 79th Street early this morning. Now, our Alyssa Donovan is live where police are searching this morning, and they have just announced that they have located a body in a nearby pond. Alyssa, what's the latest that you're learning from police?
So that's right, Lauren. We do know that they have located a body in a nearby retention pond near the subdivision where that woman went missing. That is the Eagle Pine subdivision. That's where we are right now. It's about half a mile from here. And they have not confirmed the identity of that body that was found. They have not confirmed that is Karen Glass. However, they have called off the search for that 75-year-old woman at this time. Now, we do know that the coroner has just arrived on scene, and they are working to get that body out of the water and confirm the identity. Police tell us that Glass was last seen around 10:30 last night in this area by a motorist who called 911 after she ran across the road. The search included dogs, ground teams, and a helicopter. And while it has not been confirmed that this was Karen Glass found in the pond, authorities say this is an unfortunate reminder that many counties offer bracelets to help track people with Alzheimer's and dementia.
We do offer that program, and and we do have devices to locate those bracelets. But in some cases, I'm not sure if this lady was actually a client of that program, but in some cases, we get people to even cut those bracelets off. And so sometimes, even though they have those, it makes our search a little bit difficult.
And the fire chief on scene says when someone who suffers from dementia goes missing, the sooner it's reported, the sooner they can start the search. And again, this has not been confirmed that this is Karen Glass that they have found in the water this morning. Of course, as soon as we get that positive identity or identity of the person found, we will, of course, report that to you as soon as that information is available. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
The time now is 6:09, and Indiana is facing a crisis. The number of mothers and babies dying in our state is simply alarming. Indiana's maternal mortality rate is the 3rd highest in the country, and our state's infant mortality rate is the 7th highest. One of the largest issues we face here in Indiana is the lack of services. Call 6 Investigates found thousands of women are having to travel out of county to be seen by a doctor for hours, for miles, making them more at risk of death.
It's a good 45 minutes to the hospital that we'll be delivering at. And that goes the same for like a real ultrasound. We have to go for that 45 minutes as well to get the ultrasound tech.
It's an hour and 15 minutes away. I'm going to be I'm going to be in labor on our way to the hospital.
A Call 6 Investigates found 33 out of India's 92 counties either have no hospitals or the hospitals have no OB services where women can receive medical care before and after pregnancy. This Call 6 investigation is just beginning. It's just developing. Tonight at 6, Call 6 Investigates Stephanie Wade takes this information straight to the governor and the state health commissioner to see what is being done to save more moms and babies.
This morning, Indianapolis Animal Care Services is pleading for your help.
That shelter is almost at capacity, and that's after just adopting out more than 100 animals.
Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live this morning. And Kelsey, how can all of us help as a community?
Well, the way you can help is simple. If you are planning on getting an animal this holiday season, whether it be a dog or a cat, they're urging you to adopt, don't shop. And that's why they're having a free adoption event this weekend. So during their recent adopt-a-thon, more than 100 animals found new homes. But in less than a week, the shelter took in more than 150 animals, meaning the kennels and cages that were empty are now full once again. Staff at IACS say right now they have to use portable crates for some animals until a kennel or cage opens up. Their goal is to adopt out as many animals as possible before the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you want to make sure the dog or cat is a good fit for you before you sign any papers, you can utilize their Cuddle Before You Commit program. It gives you an opportunity to foster an animal for 2 weeks, and after that period, you can finalize the adoption. Right now, again, all adoptions are free here at IACS, and that includes microchipping, spay and neuter, and all age-appropriate vaccinations. They open up today at 10 a.m. Reporting live in Indianapolis, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
When you gotta go wherever you are. Coming up at 6:14 in Hiring Hoosiers, I'm introducing you to a career that could bring in a lot of cash.
I'm not sure how I follow that, Meredith, so I'll just have to wait and see. Well, I do know it's not a good sign when Puddle Ducky is jumping here and puddles over my shoulder, and that means you need to grab the umbrella as you walk out the door here this morning. We're dealing with just some spotty showers this morning, but better rain chances as we go throughout the day today. We'll talk all about it in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 6:12. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Ross, yes for less.
Hiring Hoosiers is RTV6's initiative to expose you to career opportunities you may not have ever considered.
Yeah, especially the jobs that may require you to get your hands a little dirty.
So imagine the Indy 500, if you can, right? Are you with me? Without any porta potties.
Yikes.
I can't imagine that. So spectators would have to struggle to enjoy the event without somewhere to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's a dirty job, but one we couldn't function without. So I went all in, literally, hands-on to learn about an industry that will allow for advancement and the opportunity to provide for your family.
Oh, someone was drinking some Jameson.
Not a lot of people know that our industry exists. We kind of appear in the middle of the night or there when they need us.
It's an important convenience that most of us don't think about until it's absolutely necessary.
If you took those things away, what would the event actually look like? And that's something that people don't always think about, and they should.
It'd probably be really gross, but is cleaning out these porta potties as miserable as it would seem?
It's a different animal, literally. I mean, it just, the things you see.
That person does not have good aim.
You overlook the smell part of it, and you dig it and get it done.
Alongside Service Sanitation Branch Manager David Santaguida, I just had to see and smell for myself.
I think the misconception is I think people think we go in there just bare hands and just start cleaning these things, and they think how gross. But there is proper equipment for the job. And I mean, we have rubber gloves and we have safety glasses.
While a lot goes into these porta-johns, literally.
Easily a cell phone per event. I have actually sucked up a squirrel inside of my wand before.
A lot of work also goes into placing them all over central Indiana.
So when we pick up a special event, we'll pull up and we will pump out every porta-john that you see here. We evacuate the tanks, And we usually clean them out a little bit of the garbage and stuff, and we'll find a garbage can and get rid of the garbage. And once we get them all cleaned out and garbage picked up, we'll start loading them onto a trailer, and they'll get shipped back to the yard where they get sanitized and pressure washed and put back in the clean pile to go out to another event.
Santa Guida, who has been with the company for 15 years, has been promoted numerous times, all while being able to provide for his wife and 4 daughters.
When you stop and think about it, people are always going to have to use the restroom. And the need to build permanent facilities is not always feasible where a lot of these events where construction sites are happening.
Resulting in job security and gratitude from the public, seldom found in many industries.
It's kind of flattering to stand there and listen to people say how nice it is to have restrooms there. And you realize, hearing that, how important it is.
And I'll reward myself with a Bud Light for all my hard work.
Now, pay ranges from $15 to $17 an hour for those positions with benefits and overtime opportunities. Employees are required to be drug-free, have a Class C license, CDL Class A or B, and the ability to work all seasons and weather conditions. We have put a link to Service Sanitation's job opportunities on hiringhoosiers.com.
Oh,
Good job,
Meredith. Man.
Can I give you a high five?
Are you sure you want to touch my hand?
I do. No, you're good people.
That was a while ago. I've washed them many a time since.
I'll give you a high five from over here.
Todd, before you get to weather, where are our beers?
I don't think you want any beverages. There were a lot of beverages. That was at Irish Fest that we cleaned up after.
Okay.
So there were a lot of, those like airplane bottles that people had tossed in the porta potties there. So, yes.
It is Thirsty Thursday.
It is. It is.
Oh, man.
All right. The lawns might be thirsty. They're going to get some rain here throughout the day today as we're going to be bringing some rain into central Indiana. It's all pretty spotty here this morning. That is the good news. So your morning commute, yes, you may have to throw your windshield wipers on here or there, but you're never going to run into any heavy rainfall that is really going to probably cause you to slow down on the roadway. So that's good news for right now. The bad news is the heaviest of the rain is yet to come, and it's just one of those days where you're going to need to carry the rain gear, whether it's an umbrella, which is fine here this morning, but as the wind kicks up later on this afternoon, the better option might be a jacket, rain jacket with a hood on, because the actual front's still in Illinois, and this is all going to make its way through our area. The steady rain is going to stay to our north. So working our way by mid-morning, we're probably getting into decent rain chances in the western locations, and then throughout the noon hour and early afternoon, that first push of what we'll call more significant or heavy rainfall makes its way through the area. And then from that point forward, it's just kind of showers off and on throughout the afternoon. And then this little band of rainfall that you see here at 7 o'clock, that's the actual cold front that's going to come through. And you'll know when that front comes through. There'll be a quick burst of rain and some pretty gusty winds with it. And then we'll start to diminish the rain chances as we head into the overnight hours. So temperatures right now are in the 30s and 40s. We're well above freezing. There's no threat of any wintry weather here throughout the day today. So as we plan out our Thursday, here comes the rain, especially through the middle half of the day before it tapers off. Temperatures today climb up into the 50s. It's a mild day and actually above normal, but it's not going to feel like that with the clouds and the rain. And also this white line you see, those are the winds. Sustained this afternoon up around 20 miles per hour. Could see some gusts when that front starts to come through up to 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be a very windy day for us with rain showers off and on. Tomorrow's a quiet day with some sunshine, not a ton, but much colder. High temperatures only in the mid-40s. Then let me fast forward quickly for you here to Saturday as we'll start to deal with some rain and or snow showers moving through off and on during the course of the day. We're on the northern fringe of a system that's bypassing us to the south. So we'll have to see what the track holds, but there could be some minor snow accumulations as we get into the day on Saturday. At this point, most of that accumulation would probably be on just grassy areas, but nonetheless, rain and snow in the forecast on Saturday morning. Sunday, 45 and sunny, and then we're back up to into the 50s, it looks like, for Monday and Tuesday. Lauren?
All right, Todd, thank you so much. We do want to give you a live look right now from our live drive vehicle out on the roads. Shay Goodpaster, our photographer, in the driver's seat. This is a dash cam view of eastbound I-70 lightning. Traffic a little east of Post Road. Traffic here is moving along up to speed, as you can see. No windshield wipers at this time either, so that is great news if you're heading out the door at this hour.
There's still so much to come here on Good Morning Indiana. We count on firefighters to save some of our most precious memories when an emergency strikes. Coming up at 6:27, we'll show you how a group of firefighters are helping a young boy, yes, make some special memories. The time now is 6:22 here on RTV6.
On select models.
It is 6:25 on our Thursday. Welcome back. It is time to see what stories are trending at 6. So, guys, this is a birthday party 7-year-old Dominic Giatras will probably never forget. His parents rented out this gym in Plainfield, Illinois for a Saturday afternoon celebration. However, for some reason, the 20 guests that he expected were no-shows. The gym attendant noticed the lack of guests and went up to a mom of a previous party. Well, that woman just happened to be married to a firefighter, so she called her husband in, and that's when the fire trucks were loaded up and they came to the gym.
Jumping for joy.
Within minutes, dozens of firefighters were at the scene to rescue Dominic's birthday party. Love that story.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. One couple is taking their love, Meredith, you like these stories, to new heights, marrying 37,000 feet in the air between Australia and New Zealand. The couple said, "I do," on a commercial flight exactly halfway between Sydney and Auckland. The bride from New Zealand, the groom from Australia, wanted to symbolize their love for aviation as well as for each other. A flight crew member officiated the wedding. And by the way, I can perform weddings.
I have heard
so
that.
So can Todd Clausen, I think.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
If you need anybody.
Good to know. Good to know. You got a plan A and a plan B. When a Portland, Oregon's man's cat disappeared 5 years ago, he lost hope of ever seeing him again. Well, this week, the man was reunited with Sasha, his long-lost feline friend. Sweet Sasha was found at an animal shelter in Santa Fe, New Mexico, 1,200 miles away. Shelter workers say Sasha was rescued because he was microchipped. There's no explanation for how the cat got to Santa Fe or where he or she, we've called it a he and a she, where the cat had been for the past 5 years. Wow, we've had two stories this week about these cats traversing the country.
I know, it'd be a good movie.
Yes.
Lauren, I think they made one. It's called, what was that one with the 3 animals? Homeward Bound. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave, our director.
I'm like, I know what you're talking about.
It's been a long week, and it's only Thursday. What's the weather like, Todd?
Good day to stay inside and watch your Homeward Bound. You can catch up because it's going to be a pretty wet day for us here at times. Just some light spotty showers moving through currently here in central Indiana, but the heaviest of the rain is yet to come. That's probably going to be moving in around midday into the early afternoon hours. The wind also really starts to pick up, and we'll see some gusts later on this afternoon up to about 40 miles per hour. So it's just one of those days where it's not raining all the time, but it's not going to be overall the most pleasant day. The only positive we can think of is the temperatures. We're actually going above normal, and it's the warmest day this week as highs will be climbing into the mid-50s.
All right, Todd, thank you. So this morning we're a little more than a week away from that shopping frenzy, Raphael, that is Black Friday.
And we both know that Meredith loves free shipping, but working for you, John Matteries explains if it pays to wait until then or whether you should start shopping like right now, this very moment, so you don't waste your money.
The big stores have all unveiled their Black Friday ads now, and many are starting early Black Friday sales this weekend. So should you start shopping now or wait till the Monday after Thanksgiving? Cyber Monday. Cyber Monday is not the day to fight for big screen TV. Sure, you'll find some good sales, but nothing like Thanksgiving night. But the website dealnews.com says there are many other things worth looking for on Cyber Monday. It's just that the best sales are not announced days in advance as Black Friday sales are. So keep checking back. And remember, hot deals, especially on Amazon, will sell out in minutes. Now, Deal News says Cyber Monday is great for buying laptops, tablets, and Android phones. Also, Apple devices, because you get bonus gift cards. Clothing at Macy's, Kohl's, and small local store websites, and shoes, as long as you don't mind ordering them online. But don't go hunting for Cyber Monday ads. Retailers don't release those until after Black Friday to avoid cutting into Thanksgiving night sales. As always, don't waste your money. I'm John Batteries. Good morning, Indiana.
John, thank you. Now on Good Morning Indiana on this Thursday morning, here's a look at your 6:30 news feed. Fishers police, family, and supporters from across the state said their final goodbyes to K-9 Officer Harley. A memorial service was held last night for the dog who was shot and killed last week while helping officers on a manhunt. It is the first line of duty death ever for the Fishers Police Department.
Family and friends held a vigil for the man believed to have been killed during a Monday burglary. Police found Robert Banks III and another man dead on a home on Priscilla Court southwest of 38th and Arlington. Investigators say that the other man had broken into the home. Police believe there is a second suspect in that break-in who is still on the run.
This is becoming controversial. A plan to give members of the City County Council in Indianapolis a pay raise is now headed to the full council for a vote next month. If approved, salaries for 25 councilors would go from $11,400 to about $25,000 over 2 years. Mayor Joe Hogsett says he will veto that proposal, citing concerns over the substance and the timing of that plan.
And Fuzzy's Vodka is back home in Indiana. The vodka brand, owned by Indiana native and golf legend Fuzzy Zeller, is now being distilled and bottled at Cardinal Spirits in Bloomington. Production started in Oregon, but Zeller said he really wanted to bring it home to Indiana. A change in state regulations helped make it happen.
So grab a cup of coffee, maybe a vodka. That's your thing this morning.
Thirsty Thursday.
Mimosa.
That's right. It is Thursday, November the 21st. I thought for a second it was Friday, but that's okay.
Yeah, it feels like the longest work week ever, probably because Thanksgiving is right around the corner.
It is, and meteorologist Todd Clausen is tracking our weather 1 week away from Thanksgiving. A little rain as we head into this Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday is going to feature the warmest temperatures of the week. We'll get the good news out of the way right away, and now we'll talk about the bad news. Yeah, as Meredith alluded to, we are going to be dealing with rain showers off and on here throughout the day today, and those rain showers already starting to make their way into central Indiana, and they're going to be with us off and on throughout the entire day today with the most numerous shower activity probably peaking mid-morning into the early afternoon hours, and then this little spike you hear see near 7 o'clock, that is when the actual cold front comes through, and that'll be another little burst of rainfall that'll be making its way through the area. So right now we're dealing with some spotty showers here in Lafayette to Frankfort over towards Kokomo, some more light rain showers down to the south here in Bedford, but everything's very, very light currently across the area. But the cold front is still off to our west. All this is going to have to stream through this little band of rain in central Illinois. That's the one I'm targeting for mid-morning across the area. So what do you need to grab before you go? Well, the umbrella, you'll need that, although it may be a little tough later on this afternoon with the umbrella once this wind starts to kick up, and it could gust about 40 miles per hour. So this morning, rain chances increase, the wind picks up, temperatures climb to near 50 degrees. Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. We are keeping a close eye on the roads around the metro area and central Indiana. Here from our live drive vehicle, Shay Goodpast, our photographer in the driver's seat. Here's a dash cam view of I-70 between Post Road and Mount Comfort Road. You can see traffic in both directions here on I-70 is traveling up to speed. The good news I can tell you this Thursday morning, no crashes to report right now around the metro area. Everything's traveling up to speed.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Lawrence this morning. Police have been searching overnight for a 75-year-old woman with dementia who had been reported missing. And now search crews tell us they have found a body in a pond not far from where this woman, Karen Glass, was last seen. Our Alyssa Donovan is live this morning from Lawrence. Alyssa, what can you tell us about that woman as of now?
So what we know right now is that a body was found here in this retention pond. It's not far from where Karen Glass was last seen. It's right here in the Eagle Pine neighborhood. I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see this is a pretty small pond, and this is where a body was recovered shortly a little while ago, and they have not confirmed the body recovered was Glass. However, they have called off the search for the missing 75-year-old woman. Now, Glass was last seen around 10:30 last night in this area by a driver who called 911 after she ran across the road. The initial search included dogs, ground teams, and a helicopter. The area is about a half a mile from where Glass lives. While it has not been confirmed that this was Karen Glass found in the pond, authorities say this is an unfortunate reminder that many counties offer bracelets to help track people with Alzheimer's or dementia. And the sooner you report a loved one missing, the sooner they can take action.
Sometimes you can take the best care of folks, and sometimes things happen. They get out, and the sooner we know about, the better, because the longer that the time lasts by the time it's reported. But in most cases, people do report this rather quickly, and it gets us out here and so we can start our searches.
And it is quiet again here this morning in this Eagle Pine neighborhood. The coroner was here earlier and the search team was here, but they have cleared the scene. This was an active neighborhood last night. One of the neighbors just drove by and told me he noticed cars driving all over the place, likely in part of that search for Karen Glass. Again, we have not confirmed that the person found in this retention pond is Glass, but as soon as we know who that was, of course, we will bring you that information. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, thank you. It is 6:35. Only on RTV6, the mother of 4 little girls killed in a house fire is making a renewed plea to find the killer.
Today marks 3 years since that tragedy in Carroll County. This morning, the mom, Galen Rose, talks about her heartbreak, her hope for justice, and the gift that brings her comfort. This is more than a blanket. It's truly a comforter for a mother still mourning 3 years later.
It keeps me calm. It keeps me, mellow, like my babies are here with me.
This gift captures the happy days with Kiana, Kiara, Cariel, and Keone, nicknamed Peedle. The 4 girls died in a fatal fire in Flora in November 2016. We FaceTimed with the girls' mother, now living in California, during her lunch break.
I want everyone to know the love that we had for each other. It was the most wonderfulest love. I mean, it was everlasting.
She tries to keep busy with multiple jobs, but her mind, she says, never strays from the house where she lost so much.
With Cariel, I just loved her feistiness. I loved the way she clung to me, and she smiled and always wanted you to smile and be happy. Peedle was more of my shy, quiet baby. You would have to ask me for whatever she needed because she wouldn't say nothing. Kiara was my quiet baby. I just loved the way she just was a laid-back girl. Grab a book, grab a show or a movie, and she's quiet and she's content. Kiana was my adventure girlfriend. She wanted to go around the world if I let her. I love that she wanted to do and be something in her life.
The investigation into who killed the 4 girls here at the intersection of Columbia and Division remains unsolved. And state police say that this is not a cold case because they believe someone will say something.
I just want y'all to come clean and just say something. It was just me and my girls in that house. I was a single mother of 4 children. And all I want is peace. I want some type of justice or peace for my children. That's all I ask.
You heard that mother's plea there. We're over 3 years into this investigation right now. Can you explain to us why this isn't a cold case?
So police believe that someone will speak up at some point, but they say a cold case means when they have no information to work with at all.
Okay.
And the state's top cop, the state police superintendent, tells me that that is not the case in this situation.
I've heard those detectives tell me when we get done, Superintendent, we're going to start all over. And that's what they've done. And they'll continue to go through that iteration. The easy thing to do would be to walk away and just wait for it to come. But that's just not what people expect from us. And that's not what I'm going to give them.
So this morning, a renewed call to action. If there is any information that you may have that could lead to an arrest, the number to call right now, right there at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-382-4628.
Time now is 6:38. A fundraiser will be held today in memory of an 18-year-old man killed by an accused drunk driver. Isaac Oldham died in September. According to court documents, the driver of an SUV ran a stop sign and crashed into Isaac's motorcycle at Shelbyville Road and 5 Points Road, just minutes from his home. Police arrested the driver of the SUV for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Records say her blood alcohol level was more than double the legal limit. Now Isaac's family is sharing their pain in hopes of preventing similar losses in the future.
It's rough. I mean, it's been a difficult couple months. It's not easy to go through, and people keep saying at work, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I'm like, I know. I mean, there's nothing else they can say.
I know there's nothing that's going to change how it affected us, but to stop it from affecting other people is a big goal.
The Oldhams are working with Mothers Against Drunk Driving to pass better drunk driving laws. And they're raising money for a memorial bench at the Kroger where he worked and funds for a scholarship in his name. The fundraiser goes from 4 to 8 this evening at the Chick-fil-A on Southport Road. The family will also pass out information from Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
I'm Kelsey Anderson. The Indianapolis Animal Care Services is at capacity once again. Coming up, how you can help.
Or book online at aspendental.com.
This morning, Indianapolis Animal Care Services is asking for your help. The shelter is almost at capacity again, even though it just adopted out more than 100 animals.
And our Kelsey Anderson is joining us live this morning. Kelsey, how can all of us as the community help them out?
Well, the way you can help is pretty simple. If you're planning on getting a pet this month or for the holidays, adopt, don't shop. That's the motto of the Indianapolis Animal Shelter this holiday season, and that's why they're giving away free adoptions this weekend. Now, during their recent adopt-a-thon, more than 100 animals found new homes. But in less than a week, the shelter took in more than 150 animals, meaning the kennels and cages that were empty are now full again. Staff at IACS say right now they have to use portable crates for some animals until a kennel or cage opens up. Their goal is to adopt out as many animals as possible before the Thanksgiving holiday. And if you want to make sure the dog or cat is a good fit for you, you can use their Cuddle Before You Commit program. It gives you an opportunity to foster an animal for 2 weeks, and after that period, you can finalize the adoption. Now, right now, again, all adoptions are free. That includes microchipping, spay and neutering, and all age-appropriate vaccinations. Now, again, the shelter is open today at 10 a.m. on Thursday. It'll be open throughout the weekend for free adoptions. Reporting live in Indianapolis, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you. He was back home again in Indiana, but he wasn't talking about what was happening in Washington. Next, why the vice president was back home the same day as he was implicated in the impeachment hearings.
Just in time for their football playoff game this weekend, UIndy will have someone else on the sideline to cheer for the Greyhounds. And it's the first time this has happened on that Southside campus in almost 4 decades. Todd.
All right, as you walk out the door this morning, you need to grab the umbrella as we'll be dealing with rainfall throughout the day. We're just now starting to get into some of these rainfall showers, rain showers across the area, and they'll continue to make their way into the area as the day progresses. We'll talk about the hour-by-hour timeline and look ahead to your weekend as well coming up when Good Morning Indiana continues. The time now is 6:44. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
All Culligan water and start saving today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana, 6:46 on your Thursday. Here's a look at your drive. Our photographer Shay Goodpaster is in our live drive vehicle, leaving the downtown area, heading southbound on I-65, heading past Raymond Street in that area. Looks like traffic is pretty quiet through there this morning. Some orange barrels to your left, but overall everything's traveling up to speed.
The time now is 6:47, and his name came up during the impeachment hearings on Wednesday, but Vice President Mike Pence did not talk about that during his visit to Indianapolis last night. Instead, Mr. Pence talked about education at the Strata Education Network National Symposium right here in the Circle City. His visit comes one day after thousands of teachers surrounded the State House asking for changes to Indiana's education budget. The former governor says Indiana's education system is a model for the country.
Actually included expanding career and vocational education to every high school as one of the top priorities. And I'll never forget one of the first conversations that I had when then candidate Donald Trump was considering me to join his ticket was on the subject of education. I think he was very interested in Indiana's growing economy and our balanced budget, but he was just as interested in what we'd been able to do with education, innovation, and reform.
Yesterday, EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland testified that Mr. Pence knew of the effort to pressure Ukraine to investigate President Trump's political opponents. Pence's office issued a statement saying the vice president was never told about those efforts.
For the first time in decades, the University of Indianapolis Greyhounds have a real greyhound for a mascot. UIndy introduced C. Grayson Veritas, or Grady for short, yesterday. The 2-year-old is a retired race dog from Florida. He's the third live mascot in university history and the first since 1981. UIndy hopes having a live mascot will help boost school spirit, spread goodwill throughout the community, and make memories. And since Grady is a member of the UIndy campus community, he now has his own student ID. He is from Florida, however, so he's going to have to get used to these Midwestern winters here.
Oh my goodness, and today the rain, Todd, if folks are taking their dogs out for a walk, when is really the best time?
You know, right now is not a bad time. We're just dealing with a few spotty showers here and there. Later on this afternoon, that's when we really start to get into some heavier rainfall across the area. So a live look at Storm Team 6 radar right now shows just some light rain here from Lafayette down into now portions of Hamilton County. And this is going to be making its way up through the Kokomo area. Some showers down near Bloomington and Seymour currently as well. But the heaviest of the rain is still off to our west. So this is going to push through probably about mid-morning into the early afternoon hours. So that's probably when the rain is the heaviest. But we're also not only dealing with just rainfall, we're going to be dealing with very windy conditions as well. Initially, our winds are out of the south. That's going to bring our temperatures up into the 50s. And then once the cold front goes through, that's when we're going to turn our winds northwesterly, and that's going to drive in colder weather as we work our way into the evening hours. So these wind gusts, well, they could get up to about 40 miles per hour later on this afternoon. So it's a little breezy here this morning. It comes windy. Later on this afternoon across the area, some of those wind gusts get up to that 40-mile-per-hour mark. So let's go back to the rainfall for you here for a second. Again, this morning for your commute, some of you encounter some spotty showers here or there. But here comes that batch of steadier rainfall. It's probably around 9, 10 o'clock in western Indiana. This moves to the east through the metro area through the middle half of the day. And then it's just some spotty showers throughout the afternoon and evening. So it's not going to be a complete washout of a day for us. Yes, you probably want to have the rain gear handy throughout the day because you may need to pop that umbrella up really at any point. And then 7 to 8 o'clock, this band of rain, which is a broken line of showers, that is the actual cold front that is going to come through. And that's when the winds will change direction, and that's when our temperatures will really start to drop off. So our featured dog of the day today is Charlie. Look at Charlie looking at, he's just sitting on his owner's lap there. And thanks to Ann for sending Charlie in. Unfortunately, got to give you the yellow caution pause here throughout the day today as we deal with these showers and windy conditions. The good news is, though, temperatures do get up into the 50s here throughout the day today. Tomorrow, once that colder air starts coming in, we're only in the low to mid 40s for your afternoon highs with temperatures well below normal and maybe some sunshine tomorrow, but overall a mostly cloudy day. And then looking ahead to the weekend, unfortunately for Saturday, we'll be dealing with some rain, snow showers, maybe a brief period of freezing rain as well. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on going forward throughout the course of the day on Saturday. Any accumulation, though, should be minimal. And then as we head into Sunday, 45 and sunshine, back into the 50s by Monday. Lauren?
Todd, thanks. If you're heading into the downtown area from the south side, here's a look at what you can expect for your drive. Our live drive vehicle traveling northbound right now on 65 heading near Raymond Street, where it looks like everything is traveling smoothly. No delays right now to slow you down, so that is great news.
Up next, it's Thursday, so it's time to climb in our time machine. We will take you back to the birth of a publication that's been vital to Central Indiana parents for more than 3 decades. We'll see you back here in a minute.
Visit the Hiring Hoosiers job board.
Welcome back at 6:55 on your Thursday. Here's a live look from our live drive vehicle heading into the downtown area on northbound I-65 near the South Split. Traffic here is moving along up to speed for your morning commute. So Thursday's the day we get to take a look back at stories that you may have seen a few years ago, or in today's case, many years ago here on RTV6.
Today on Throwback Thursday, the launch of Indy's Child. Their very first issue was published 35 years ago this month. Mary Cox and Peggy Baxter had just graduated college when they decided to launch the publication featuring information aimed at Central Indiana families. RTV6's Barbara Boyd caught up with the two as they were getting ready to release their first edition. She found out the fledgling publishers not only wanted to focus on events and activities for kids, they also wanted to publish good and uplifting news, since sometimes that's hard to come by.
And we want parents and educators and anyone that cares about children just to know that there are good things going on from our young citizens of Indianapolis. And
Indy's child will be born around the first week of November. 25,000 promotional copies will be distributed at various stores throughout the city. It looks like a pretty exciting newspaper. I think you'll be excited about it too. Barbara Boyd, consumer reporter for the news, Channel 6.
Well, Indy's child is still going strong, even in the digital age. That initial circulation of 25,000 paper copies eventually transitioned to more than 100,000 smartphone views every month. All right, here on this Thursday, as maybe moms or dads are getting the kids ready for the bus stop, Todd, what should they pack? What should they wear?
You know, prepare for rain here throughout the day today. I know there's not a lot around right now. There are some spotty showers for your morning commute, but the rain will pick up in coverage and intensity by the noon hour. And through 4 o'clock, we're dealing with gusty winds as well. Some of those winds could be up to about 40 miles per hour this afternoon, but you do notice temperatures climb up into the 50s. So it's the warmest day of the week, but again, it's going to be fairly wet at times throughout the day today. Tomorrow, partly sunny, but colder, 46, and then a light wintry mix will be possible throughout the day on Saturday, especially in the morning hours.
All right, Todd, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us. We're back here in 25 minutes and all throughout Good Morning America.
All your news throughout the day can be found on the RTV6 app. We hope you have a great rest of your Thursday.